Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, 6:23. It is 10:13 in the morning. It is the third and final day. As I said after the first day, we expected it to be like a little more vibrant, a little more lively, a lot more people. Other than that, man, it was a great second day. A lot of people to talk to. We kind of made friends. It was really weird. Like, we literally went there, and then two people that we talked to yesterday, like, we came and it was like, oh, there they are.
It's like they were like looking for us. Like, I was like, oh shit, they're looking for you.
Like, we literally, it was like we made friends. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. We didn't expect it, but we assumed it would happen, that like a lot more, at least Toku fans would be out there. We literally spent like a good, 2 hours of the whole day, like, together, just talking to people about Toku. Like, we weren't even worried about Power Rangers. We talked about Toku the whole freaking time.
We posted up in front of this guy's booth and talked Toku with him, his buddy, and then, like, I shit you not, maybe 4 to 6 other people
Like, just gathered
and talked to us about Toku.
The thing was, we went to this guy, but the second day he caught us talking about our belts, and then I looked down and he's doing commissions of chibi Kamen Riders, and they were so cool. I ordered one for myself. He was selling Sentai scarves, the ones that they use for like early 90s, early 80s Showa era kind of Kamen Rider and Power Rangers, Super Sentai. And then we just like, we posted, we were there for the rest of the freaking con.
Yeah,
just talking about, and then like people gathered.
Oh, you gotta talk about, you can't bring up and not talk about this comics.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna post I'm gonna put the links in the description, because his name is Ale, and like he has a booth here at RangerStop, and he's a comic book artist, and he started his own comic book with a friend called Red Visor Go, and it's a very interesting story. Like, it's something that I would have done in high school, like just base it off something that I love, create characters around it, and then just go at it. And it's very well done. Like, we skimmed through the pages, and it's like really well drawn, really well written, and like the way he talks about it, he's very passionate. And I love that about that. That's the best part about it. Yeah.
Really, like, made me want to invest in it.
Exactly. So he went off on his own to do his own thing, and that's still amazing. Like, we skimmed through that too, and it was really, really good. So I'm just like very impressed and very inspired. Very inspired. It's just like, it's kind of what we're trying to do with the Kamen Rider thing. But his is in graphic novel form. He's already there. Like, we were talking to him, and he had a friend doing the booth with him. He was in line for a picture with JDF, and he gave him a copy of a comic book. JDF apparently knows him.
Yeah, by name.
By name.
I was like, oh.
By freaking name. And everyone was very impressed, and he was like freaking out, and we were like, ooh, he's there.
Yeah,
he's there. And then we're gonna go.
Shout out the girls in the TWWOOO Podcast, the all-female TWWOOO Podcast.
Oh, yeah. That's in my... Alright, so, like I said, some of the people that we met on the first day, like, sought us out the second day. Like, we literally made friends for this con. we started like sharing Instagrams, Facebooks, social medias just so we can keep up with each other. One of them actually runs, one group of them actually runs a Toku-based podcast where they talk and critique about tokusatsu, which I'm all for. And they're females. They're ladies that are about tokusatsu. That's very rare and very interesting. So I'm gonna put all the descriptions, all their links in the description below. But big shout outs to TokuLadies Podcast, a feminist podcast celebrating and critiquing tokusatsu. And then all their information, like I said, I'm gonna put all their information in the link. Definitely shout out to them. They're great. They came in with a Paradox shirt the first day. The second day they were
Genki Violet.
And
the other one came
as Billy.
Yes.
Yeah, as Billy. Very interesting. The second one, the other lady was Kuga.
Yeah, the day before
she was Kuga. She had the shirt. She said she has a tattoo on her foot. She showed us a picture.
Oh yeah.
That shit was hype.
She had a wizard.
Wizard tattoo.
Yeah, on her finger, and then the Kuga tattoo
and
on her
a Kuga
foot.
tattoo on her foot.
So funny.
That was very interesting. They were great. They were cool. We literally stood in the middle of the lobby just talking about Toku for a little bit, and then we separate ways. It's just very interesting to like make friends that way.
Yeah. Because it's such a thing that's not really well known over here, and so when you come across somebody that likes more or less the same season as you do,
exactly,
you're like, oh fuck.
I think we just chose a really good season to start with.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was if you follow me on Instagram, link is in the description. Saw a lot of amazing cosplay, not just Power Rangers. We saw a great alpha.
Yeah.
That alpha was impressive. That alpha. Original Rangers. Honestly, all in all, this has been a great experience. I'm glad I took this opportunity. And honestly, I couldn't find a better person to go with than Sama. It's nice to have someone to like enjoy this, like literally enjoy this. Like this was our childhood. Like I say this all the time to people when I was explaining them like, why are you going to a Power Ranger comic? I like anime, I like comic books, I like all of this like sci-fi stuff, Doctor Who, Star Wars, Star Trek, all of that. I am the biggest nerd geek you will probably ever meet. I'm a nerd, like you can tell that for sure. Like I'm an encyclopedia of useless information. So, but like with my geek side, you won't notice it unless you like ask me about it. But yes, I'm a big nerd and I love that. I love MomoCon. I loved MomoCon. AWA was one of my first conventions. But Power Rangers, out of all of my fandoms, Power Rangers is probably the one thing I know more about than anything. Power Rangers, you can ask me anything and I've got you. I know pretty much anything and everything about Power Rangers. So this was the perfect convention for me. And then I also had this a great friend who was also in that kind of niche with me, so he was perfect for it too. So it was perfect that both of us went, and it was perfect that we got 2 free tickets for it.
Probably the most fun I've had in Comic-Con. I've been to MomoCon like 5 years in a row. I went like 2 or 3 times. And all of those are fun. Like this one was fun.
Like I said, I think
and all we did was talk.
Yeah, like I said, I think this was just our niche. Like this is where we stand.
I can just sit and talk to them. Honestly, if anybody knows me and I find out that they like Toku, that's all we're gonna talk about.
Right. But even better than that, we go in there with not a Power Ranger cosplay, a Toku cosplay, and we get recognized. We were popular, people taking our pictures, people talking about it, talking to us about it. A lot of our day yesterday was just us talking about Toku. It was great, and like Austin St. John said, like we had to go to another one. Power Morphicon is definitely gonna be on our list. That's the biggest one, yeah. This is the biggest one. So we definitely had to, like, we're not gonna guarantee anything, but we're gonna definitely aim for that shit. We're gonna aim for that shit. So yeah, definitely shout out to them. But yeah, man. So today is the third day. We are checking out for today. Like, we're gonna go to the con and then we're gonna go straight home. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My trip to RangerStop here in Atlanta with henshin-sama for our first installment of Dayz in a Life, our first ever Nexo segment, for our first ever mini-so of Nexo, the web shop. I know it's not much, but I promise we will develop, we will get better. Plus, this is just the first episode anyways, and we have plenty of other content planned for you guys. It's not just going to be geek stuff. We're going to do sports, we're going to do tech, we're going to do culture, we're going to do society, we're going to do everything under the hot sun. So definitely look out for all of that, I promise. And just stick with us and you will not be disappointed. I swear. But anyways, before we close everything, I do want to reiterate our shout outs because these people definitely deserve it. All of their links are going to be in the description along with our links as well. First shout out goes to Juvera and his friend George. Juvera is a comic book artist. He is the man behind the Tokusatsu graphic novel series Red Visor Go. And he is also releasing his second Tokusatsu graphic novel series, Time Strikers, on September 13th in San Antonio. So definitely look out for that. Yeah, me and Sama looked through both series. He had a prototype for Time Strikers, both amazingly drawn by him. The stories just flowed really well. It's gonna be a big hit, man, and he's gonna strike gold with this. I mean, if Jason David Frank says it, if Jason David Frank knows you by name and likes your stuff, you're doing something right. and George is just a really good friend to support his friend to support Ale the way he does. He was the one that bought Ale the booth in RangerStop this year, so kudos to him, man. I feel his support. I feel that he does believe in Ale. He believes in what he does, and that you can't ask for a better friend than him, man. George is amazing. Ale is amazing. Go check their stuff out. Second shout out goes to the TokuLadies Podcast. I don't even think I need to explain what it is, but it's a bunch of amazing women who love Toku and came together to talk about it and wanted to share their thoughts with the masses, which I'm all for, obviously. Especially considering that, as you would assume, Tokusatsu is not really demoed for females of any age. It's, for guys who love violence and action and people transforming into superheroes kind of thing. So it's very intriguing to hear and, listen to the female perspective on Tokusatsu. So, and in person, they were amazing people. They really do have a passion. So even more reason to listen to their stuff. All their links in the description below. Third shout out goes to the JimKelly. He is a cosplayer, a voice actor, and I think I hear him say he's a suit actor. Like, he's one of the guys that's in the costume that fights instead of the actual cast, which is great, which is cool. I may be wrong, but I think that's what I heard. He was just so cool enough to come to us, talk to us about his experiences as such, and give us advice as me and Sama try to get into this business, I guess would be the best word, with our own Kamen Rider fan-made series. Look out for that. That is actually happening. We're already working on it. But yeah, we're trying to do that, and he was gracious enough to give us advice and share his experience with us. So, JimKelly, thank you so much for talking to us. We really, really, really appreciate it. And last, but definitely not least, fourth shout out goes to Brian Elliott and his girlfriend, Katie. I say not least, definitely not least, because this con would not be as fun. I mean, it was fun, but it would not be as fun without us hanging out and talking to Brian and Katie. Pretty much all con, all 3 days. Remember, as I pointed out, on the first day, we met someone who on the second day sought us out as soon as we got in. Like, hey, there you are. Brian and Katie are those two people. And seriously, they were cool, they were friendly, they, as we do, have a passion for this toku, know what they're talking about. It was just great to meet someone with the same mind as me and Sama, and able to kind of talk about that. I mean, we met other people, but the fact that we spent pretty much the whole con with him just made it work. Plus, he's a cosplayer and an avid Toku convention and attendee. Just makes it that much more special and much more worthy of a shout out. So, Brian, Katie, if you are ever in Georgia for whatever reason, it doesn't even have to be Toku based. Just if you want, hit us up. We will drop everything. We'll pick you up. We'll hang out. We'll take you to the best places. We'll do shit, man. You guys just seem like cool people, and we definitely want to hang out with you guys. So definitely hit us up. So yeah, I think that's it for this installment, for this mini-sub. Like I said, we have plenty of other content planned for you guys, not just geek stuff. We are going to do anything and everything for this show. So definitely stay tuned. Until then, I am your host, DevSynchro. Stay tuned.